What's up, people? It's your man Herbalo coming from your mama's basement. One thing I love, man, is when I look at the comment section, I hear these guys, especially the LeBronites, come out and they always defend LeBron. First and foremost, if you follow me, if you watch my videos, I am a critical thinker. I am a constructive thinker, or I use constructive criticism. I do not hate any of the Laker players, so make sure you guys understand and realize that. The only thing I want is the Lakers to win consecutive games, be competitive, and not when they go into Cleveland almost look like they're going to lose to a team that's 2-48,000. I'm just being honest. But at the end of the day, even though they beat the Cleveland Cavaliers, I'm happy. And I'm going to tell you guys why I'm happy. Because I got to see my man Jordan Clarkson and my man Larry Nance and my man Waka 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 on them Cleveland Cavaliers. So I was excited to watch them guys play like the whole Lakers of old. Larry Nance throwing down a hammer jam. Jordan Clarkson taking over, but in the fourth quarter, as always, turned the ball over in the last minute of the game, back-to-back turnovers, and once again being benched. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. LeBron James and the Lakers, they went in and they did their thing. They game was kind of like, it was slow. Now here's the thing that I want to share with you guys. If y'all constantly watch, and I've been telling y'all over and over again, and I have to. Reason why I'm gonna address this elephant in the room, and I'm gonna read a comment. Yeah, I'm gonna start reading comments, and I might start throwing on my videos only because I want to address it, because I don't get a chance to really text it, and I like for the individual that comment to basically come back and reply to the comment. So who was the first one? Who was the first guy to comment? I just want to go through something real quick. All right, Everno. I hope I'm saying your name right. Averno, he said, I'm not buying the West is stronger. Milwaukee, Philly, Toronto are better right now than any team in the West. I disagree with that. And the only reason why I'm saying that, because at the end of the day, the only one out of those three that you named that really going to make, in the 7-game series, that's really going to make noise. And when you say any team in the West, are we talking about the team that's in the rankings as 1 through 8? Because if you look at 1 through 8, remember what you just named. You only named 3 teams. You ain't named the Celtics, because the Celtics are falling apart just like the Warriors are. The Warriors are nothing without Steph Curry and Draymond Green. You know what I'm saying? So in retrospect of that, when you look at those 3 teams you named, you only named 3. So in retrospect of that, if you only named 3 teams, that means the East is still weak. Because after those 3 teams, everybody is mediocre. The Celtics might start to pick back up. I don't know. They lost, 4 games in a row? Or maybe 5. I'm not too sure. But those 3 teams is all you named, and that's what I said before. But I didn't add Milwaukee in there. I think I said Toronto, Philly, and Boston. That was it. Milwaukee looking good, but how they going to be when the playoff come down? That's the thing. You might look good in the regular season, but when the playoff come, that's a different animal. Always remember that. So you only named 3 teams. If you look at the West and you look at the standings in the West, right now, I'm just going like this. From Portland is sitting at number 1. Okay, the Warriors at number 4. Memphis is number 3. Clippers is up there. Clippers, right now, I'm telling you, you fail to realize the West is way deeper than the East. You only named 3 teams. You throw Boston in, that's only 4 teams. We have right now 10 teams that's sitting over 500, with Sacramento Kings at 10-8 and New Orleans Pelicans at 10-8. Then you still got the Spurs at 8-9. That's not bad. You know what I mean? Then you got the Jazz, who are not bad, at 8-10. Minnesota, started getting it together once they traded Jimmy Buckets. They're 8-11. And Utah Jazz, well, I think I said already, ain't bad. And Dallas is starting looking good, 8-9. So you have all these teams that's still in the mix. And then you look at the East. At the East, I mean, you got Cleveland that's 2-14, Atlanta 3-15, New York 5-14, Chicago 5-13, Miami 6-11, Washington 6-11, and then Brooklyn. Brooklyn is that 19 that's 8-12. Everybody else is like either hovering around, they're even 500, with Boston 9-9, Orlando 9-9, Charlotte 9-8, Detroit 8-7, and then you got the top team that you just named, Toronto, Milwaukee, and Philadelphia. But once again, like I said, you trying to say that these teams could beat any team in the West? Yeah, they can beat any team in the West. I'm talking about in the 7-game series. That's where I only give the edge to Toronto and slightly Philadelphia. But I had Toronto and Boston, because Toronto and Boston, to me, in 7 games, is the only 2 teams in the East that can give any team in the West problems. Just because the standings look good and the record look good, that don't mean nothing. Talk to me after All-Star break when it started to get down to the nitty-gritty. All right? And then also, that was another brother that commented. I hope I say your brother. My name, you're right. Infinite Potent 76. He said I was wrong about Zoe, about Zoe not starting. I said Zoe should come off the bench because the way him and LeBron James play. If you look at this game in Cleveland, LeBron James actually will allow Zoe to run the floor. That's the only reason why I say that Zoe should come off the bench. Because if LeBron James is being the dominant point guard or the dominant ball handler, it doesn't make sense for Zoe to be in there. Zoe is much more effective when he has the ball in his hand. He's not an off guard. And I know everybody and their mother are trying to make this dude an off guard. He plays much better when he can create on his own. That way he keeps the defense honest. And you've seen that in the game against Cleveland. But let's be real, Saxton is a bum. I'm just being honest. Saxton is a bum. I think Jordan Clarkson should be starting over Saxton. But because he's a rookie and they're tanking, they're allowing him to develop, which makes sense. But at the end of the day, I got to see Zoe play against some top point guards before I start to say, oh, he's being aggressive, this and that. And I give it to him that when he goes to the basket, he does look better going to the basket than Brandon Ingram, because Brandon Ingram still look unorthodox when he goes to the basket because of his weight and he get bounced around. Zoe just can't finish around the basket. Zoe can score if he chooses to, but Zoe is more of an unselfish player. They trying to make him into an off guard. He's not comfortable with that yet. But when he got the ball in his hand, as you've seen when he scored 15 points, that's because the ball was in his hand and he became creative. He wasn't taking second chances or second thoughts of passing the rock up. A couple times he did. Where one play where they passed it to him under the basket, he could have a layup. Instead, he tried to kick it out to somebody in the corner and it wound up being a turnover. But there was some times where he could score if he wanted to. He looked at much more aggressive here. I love it. I'll just be honest with you. And I'm going to tell y'all over and over again, I believe LeBron James will be better as playing off the ball. He looked good off the ball. When Zoe was creating, giving LeBron James easier opportunities to score, it made the game much more easier for him. Why do you think Rondo was so successful in Boston with Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen? Remember, all these guys were in their primes. Besides Rondo. Rondo put him in position to score easy baskets. They didn't have to fight for their basket. If you watch LeBron James, he has to fight for most of his shot because why? They're going to double him down. They're going to double down, and they know he's going to try to get in the inside. If he ain't got this, he's going to take the jumper. But it makes the game much more easy. It makes the defense much more honest when Zoe got the ball. You know, when Zoe had the ball, the defense couldn't figure it out. But when LeBron had the ball, they knew what they could do. They knew that, okay, two things are going to happen. He's going to penetrate, and we're going to take the jumper, the little fadeaway jumper. So in retrospect to that, let's go ahead and double up on them, make them either kick it out or try to get to the basket. But a lot of LeBron shots are contested shot. A lot of I'm not gonna say force, but they're defensive shots. All the shots are contested, majority of them. But he a big dude, so he can get to the paint, and that's what I'd rather see from LeBron, going to the paint. He looked good, and I think he took it easy on Cleveland. That's my own personal opinion, because he still loved the city of Cleveland. He could have put up 50 points if he wanted to in Cleveland. He knew that, but they're playing with Cleveland. I mean, I know a lot of people say it came down to the bucket. Listen, I believe, just me, I think they were playing with Cleveland. I just believe they're playing with him. Because at the end of the day, all of them on Cleveland looked up to LeBron. They was happy to look at Jordan Clarkson when he hugged LeBron, man. He was like a little kid in a candy store. He's all smiling. Tickle me, tickle me. I mean, that's how they looked. They were happy to play with LeBron. When LeBron gave all them guys hugs, man, and also the crowd, I think the crowd set the tone for the way LeBron James played in that game. Why do I say this? Because when he came in there, they gave him when they introduced him, he gave a tribute to him, whatever it was. They gave him a standing ovation. They cheered for him. So he felt, he humbled. LeBron James is a humble dude. So he didn't go in there and just and just go all out on them guys. He took it easy on them. They let him stay close in the game, and then, wind up winning the game at the end of the game. With Jordan Clarkson turning the ball over twice, if you want to think about it. But they still won the game, and that's the thing. So I'm just telling you guys, at the end of the day, I just think that Lonzo Ball plays better off the ball. Plays better when the ball in his hand. That's all I'm saying. If they're not going to let if they're not going to let Lonzo Ball, at least have touches on the ball 75 to 80% of the time, and lessen the load on LeBron James. That's why I say he should come off the bench. Only because if he's controlling the floor, he's much more effective. It doesn't matter how many minutes you get. It doesn't matter if you start or if you come off the bench. The point is, are you being productive consistently? Just because you had one good game, that doesn't mean nothing. And we got to give our hats off to KCP, the man that everybody went out the door, even me. The guy has been consistent in the last 4 or 5 games in double digits. Quietly putting points up. Much more than Josh Hart as of late. Josh Hart playing better defense though, but KCP is dropping more buckets. We already knew KCP could score. We just thought that he left it back last season. But at the end of the day, they all looked good. Brandon Ingram still got to work on his penetration because I think his low post plays is just they're not stellar at all, man. I mean, like he's still trying to figure out. He just look unorthodox to me. But like I said, they played the Cavs. The Cavs, to me, I mean, I think LeBron James went easy on them guys. That's just me, but it is what it is. But I still think that if Lonzo Ball doesn't have the ball majority of the time in his hand, he should come off the bench. And I'm going to stick to it. I know that some of y'all disagree with me. That's cool. The whole point about this channel is for us to have a discussion, a respectful discussion, because we all Laker fans. I'm not going to, cuss you guys out, nothing like that. Like I said, we all have opinions, like buttholes. You know what I mean? We all got one. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we might disagree, but we all agree on one thing: is for the Lakers to get back to the top. We won. We're 10-7. We're sitting right there. Golden State is falling apart. I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving the Justice League superheroes falling apart. Because I was hoping that the Legion of Doom was going to come up and sneak up on them. The Legion of Doom, L as in Legion, Lakers. You know what I'm saying? With Lex Luthor, LeBron James, leading the helm. But it is what it is. The Golden State might find their own. They'll get back. It don't matter. But Steph Curry come back, the whole thing will change. But anyway, like I said, Lonzo Ball to me, he's much more effective when he had the ball. He can create more. And I'm gonna make a video with the comparison about him and Brandon Ingram. I don't want us to get into a debate about it, but I'm gonna have to say a couple things when it comes to him and Brandon Ingram. But I think Lonzo Ball, at the end of the day, he plays better with the ball in his hand. And if the ball in his hand, he doesn't play good as an off guard. Like I said, if y'all want him to be an off guard, then he got to show me consistency. At the end of the day, if you talk about consistency off guard in the last 5-6 games, it's from Josh Hart to KCP. That's consistency to me. If you're playing off guard because you're a catch and shoot type of guard. KCP have a much better jumper. Him and Josh Hart are much more better shooters than Lonzo Ball. I know Lonzo Ball field goal percentage, 3 percentage might look better. That's only because he takes lesser shots than those two. Those two probably take anywhere from between 6 to 8 shots a game if they, depending on the time that's allowed. They are best 3-point shooters at the end of the day. Well, LeBron James is, field goal percentage wise. But these guys are taking a high volume of shots. So yeah, their numbers going to be up there. But there's nothing wrong with Lonzo building his confidence because he needed confidence. Because I know for a fact, Lonzo my dog. I don't care what nobody say. I just want him to get the respect that is due. And I'm just tired of people sitting there saying he's garbage, he's a bum, this and that. And he's not. He can play, he can ball. The problem is he's just unselfish. Now let's look at it. How many players in the left out team in the last couple of years that's balling out? We already know what the 4 that left already can do. I got to name them to you. Well, 5. I'm going to name 5 if you want to think about it. You throw Lou Williams in there. You got Lou, you got Julius. Larry Nance playing his still looking good in Cleveland. Grabbing rebounds, playing defense, blocking shots. Duncan. Jordan Clarkson still look good. You know what I mean? Still doing what he does. Matter of fact, Jordan Clarkson is leading the Cleveland Cavaliers in scoring, coming off the bench. Lou Williams, at the age of 163, and he was back in the book of Genesis, you know what I'm saying, with Abraham and Sir. He's dropping freaking, what he averaged, 18 or something like that. He went to the All-Star game last year. D'Angelo Russell looking good too. So, like I said, the whole thing is about being slow. Being patient, watching young guys develop, and at the same time winning games. And like I said, it doesn't matter if he start or if he come off the bench. The whole point is I just want to see Lonzo Ball flourish in what he does. And he's a playmaker. I love to see him make playmaker. I love to see Lonzo Ball take control of the game and actually be like Magic Johnson, like everybody said that he was going to be like when they first signed him, when they first grabbed him up. I was one of them, and I want to see that. That's why I see him come off the bench. There's nothing wrong with coming off the bench. He can come off the bench and still get 30-something minutes. Why everybody think that you got to start to get minutes? You don't have to start to get minutes, man. It don't matter. The whole point is that that you want to play in a group that you can flourish with, and that's why I say that I would love him come off the bench because you got Mo and you got Super B. So if you institute them into the offense, well, really one of them, I'd like to see Super B in the offense because I think he can shoot his tail off. You know what I mean? I like to see him get in there now that Rondo out. You got to put somebody in there. I know they were trying to get Michael Beasley in there, but I'd rather see Super C. I'd rather see some of the young guys and see what they got going forward into the to the future. I'm not running too much about Michael Beasley and all these veterans. I want to see what the young guys got because once LeBron James is gone, who do we have left in the next 3 or 4 years? So that's why I would like to see Super C run with Lonzo, him and Kuzma. Because I think Kuzma at the 3 and Super C at the 2, we might see something, man. Or Kuzma at the 4 and C at the 3, and you giving Lonzo Ball shooters, man. I'm telling you, if you go back to UCLA when he ran out there, the guys before Lonzo came there, most of them guys were slashers. Once Lonzo Ball came there, they became shooters, and both their two of their players was shooting, I think, over 35% from the 3-point arc. Because the game opened up with Lonzo Ball. I'm just telling you, I think that Lonzo Ball to me, starting with LeBron James at this point in time right now, it's just that his skill set is not being utilized. That's me. Because he's a pass first type point guard. And you're trying to make him into an off guard. He can attack the basket, you do all that. But I got to see him do it against some star caliber point guards and shooting guards. Not so much somebody like Saxton. I mean, the guy's a rookie. And, he just don't look, he don't look nothing. Right now, he don't look nothing to me right now. He's still trying to find his shot or whatever it may be. I don't freaking know. But anyway, it's your man, Herbal Lover. Like, share, subscribe. Get in the comments and tell me what you think. We got the Utah Jazz tonight at home. Hopefully we can pull this one out, and that'd be cool because then we'd be, 11-7? Then we'd be, 4 games over 500? That's beautiful. At the end of the day, we winning, man. Regardless of how we all feel as Laker fans, the Lakers are winning. It don't even matter. We can sit and talk all day. We can smoke crack, shoot the breeze, jump off roofs, wear diapers with Dookie in them. At the end of the day, we winning. That's all that matters. So what you think? Talk to me, baby. Anyway, it's your man, Herbal Lover. Like, share, subscribe, get a comment, and tell me what you think. The rest of y'all, I'll see y'all on Twitter. We're going to chop it, do whatever we can do, baby, to get down. You know what I mean? Lakers are winning. Now, baby, bring me that damn coffee down here.